to school on Thursday the 9th, 8th of September 2022. So, moving image was same basically as yesterday, where it's I think I'm just gonna go for my idea of that the horror film that's in black and white. So because yeah, there's still some time to come up with ideas, but I don't think I'm gonna get anything concrete in the amount of time that I have. So screw it. But because I do moving image, I had to miss out on PE, which I'm fine with, I guess. Obviously you can tell by my physical appearance that I don't like PE, but I also don't mind doing it. I also don't mind not doing it. But at lunch, the PE teacher said to me, "Hey, I didn't see you today." I said, I'm a moving image. I do moving image. I go to other school in Bangor. At the same time, PE happens. He says, come see me first thing next Thursday. Like, I didn't say it to him, but I can't. Like, the taxi gets there pretty quickly and it leaves pretty quickly. So I can't come to him. Like, the best thing I could do is rush quickly over to his room and leave a note saying that I'm in. But it should have said that I am doing a school activity, because I, every time that I'm doing moving image, I always sign in at the wee thing that they have. I had Dylan Hamilton signing in, reason for signing in, school activity. So it should appear on the register, Dylan Hamilton is doing a school activity. Apparently not. So what the hell is the point in having that machine there? Anyway. Also at lunch, Lewis Brown is back. Just to get people caught up, because the last time I mentioned him was my school breakdown video. Lewis Brown is a good friend of Roman Rogers, who he was my friend as well. In like from summer 2019 to just after lockdown started 2020. So we would always be playing Siege together, and he just eventually just kept on team killing me. Just really toxic player. So I blocked him for I think a week, and then I unblocked him because everyone else like, Dylan, unblock him so he can join the party. So I did, and I like we talked about it, I was like, the way you acted reminded me of a guy who bullied me called Roman Rogers, and he goes, "Yeah, he's my best mate." And at that point, I was just, what the hell? So I blocked him after that again and never looked back. But for the entirety of year 12, he was like always coming up to me and going, "Dylan, you need to unblock me." But in year 13, he didn't do that whatsoever. He had calmed down, essentially matured, or so I thought. But now today, he's just like, "Dylan, you need to unblock me." And it's not as if he didn't notice me last year, because he did notice me, considering like we passed each other face to face. Like, there's no way he did not notice me, and I haven't I don't look much different now from when I did in 2019, 2020. But I ignored him and I didn't report him because I made a promise to Jack that I'm not going to be fighting with any students because I don't want another magician civil war to kick off, and it would be impossible for there to be a magician civil war with Lewis because Lewis is not part of magicians. But his point is, I'm not arguing with the students, and he, even though it's unintentional, he knows nothing of the magician civil war or anything that has happened with my life since 2020. But he's going to destroy that bomb. He's going to kick off another magician civil war, and you can't have another magician civil war in the middle of the Despair War. So I didn't report him. I just ignored him, which for me, I actually took a lot of self-control. I'm honestly surprised that I didn't like immediately go up and beat the hell out of him. Because this, like, I am not exaggerating how much of a threat and a nuisance this man is to the school in general. That's... Oh, actually, another thing. In English, we looked at the first, like, 2 pages, and I'm slightly exaggerating saying 2 pages because it was like 1.8 pages, 1.6 pages. I'm just going to say 2 pages. First 2 pages of King Lear. And the first 2 pages of King Lear have nothing to do with King Lear because King Lear has a subplot about a different king. And it starts off with that subplot. And we have to write a 2-page essay on why Shakespeare chose to do that. And the only thing I can think of is something that the teacher pointed out, because this other king has a bastard son who he banished for 9 years. And the son's all quiet and just listening, and I don't remember the exact dialogue because this was a couple of hours ago. And I just don't remember relevant information. But, you know, he says something pretty suspicious, like he's going to betray the king. And that does seem very relevant to the story. So that's like 4 lines, 5 lines max. How the hell am I going to write a 2-page essay on this? Because, I mean, like, writing a 2-page essay on the first 2 pages of the script, I get that it's William Shakespeare, supposedly one of, if not the greatest writer ever. But how the hell do you write a 2-page essay on the first 2 pages? You can't write much. You can't even write a full page from the first 2 pages of anything. That's just nonsense. Because English is pretty similar to media studies in the fact that you have to get something out of nothing. This is another photo. This isn't the same photo that I showed last time. That photo was from last week. This photo was from today. Because now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a photo every time that the bus is full and send them to the teachers. And I'm going to keep doing it till they actually do something about it, instead of sitting on their ass like a bunch of pussies. Now, I've only censored out 4 faces. The reason why I've only censored out 4 faces is because only 4 faces can be seen. And I bet you if I show it to the teacher, it's going to say, oh, you can see these people's faces. No, you can't. That's not a face. That's the back of a head. I can't. I can identify one person in this photo. Wait. Actually, no. I can't identify one person in this photo. Because I thought I knew that ginger guy, but I don't. Actually, it's someone else. Because I know the ginger guy was sitting at the front. The one I'm thinking of. So, only 4 faces could be seen in this photo. It's the 4 that I've censored out. No privacy has been breached. No rights have been breached. Everything is perfectly legal. Everything is perfectly ethical. Everything is perfectly moral. This is just me telling the truth, and telling the truth is a revolutionary act according to George Orwell. Last year, the female head of year in English said to everyone in the class to get radical. Here's me being radical. Here's me fighting a revolution. Because that is what this is. It is a revolution. I'm changing this up. I'm changing it up. Anything's wrong in the school. Because that's what I spent the last 3 years doing. And at the end of year 12, they said, oh yeah, well, we'll consider context from now on. You're 100% right. And then I go back and sixth form and notice that no one's context has been considered. There's been one instance of context being considered, and that was when I hit Jack. So, of course, I have to play it. Paul looking crazy, wide-eyed. But he's defending Andrew Tate again. Like, why, man? Just when we stop talking about Andrew Tate, you have to mention him again. Like, so he's talking about like the fact that I think they earned like $1.4 billion on OnlyFans or something like that. You know, just far too much money. It's like, so, but OnlyFans fine, but Andrew Tate's a big no. He's teaching young men good values. I mean, there is some, and I'll get cancelled for this, but there is some benefits to Andrew Tate. Like, he has said some things that is true. But I mean, overall, no, Andrew Tate is a prick. Stop defending him, Paul. Children are so desperate for OnlyFans that they use their grandmother's credit cards to. I don't even know why I'm recording this. This isn't like part of the video. It was just supposed to be school on Twitter, as per usual. But it's just like, children. I can't even speak today, as per usual. Children are using their grandmother's credit cards to be able to get access to OnlyFans. But I mean, isn't there a website or something? Like, if you're so desperate to look at this particular person's OnlyFans, surely there's got to be a website where someone has re-uploaded all the stuff. Paul's just become a sellout at this point because he started taking sponsorship deals, and it was like one of them was a site called Gold. It was like, just sign up and get free gold. It's been off, but it was like this video was sponsored by Gold Inc. Call these guys up and they'll give you free gold. Like, Paul, that sounds like a scam. And either that for a while, now it's like some sort of knife. And he's like, all these top. He didn't actually name any of the top chefs. But he's like, a bunch of top chefs use them. Really, have a bunch of top chefs use them. Then like, if it was that good, then they'd be getting sponsored. You know, they'd be sponsoring more mainstream people. They wouldn't be sponsoring you, Paul. Anyway, this Twitter, as of 29 to 9 p.m., goes to show you how long it's been. The Queen is dead. And that's all I'm going to mention of it. Harry Styles plays a closeted gay man in steamy new My Policeman trailer. Harry Styles is a closeted gay man. Oh god. I knew obviously Paul and Mark would be talking about it, but I didn't think Mark would be another LARP. David McCulloch, Duke of Cumbernauld, OBE MVP, Keeper of the Royal Hounds, 37th in line for the throne. I don't want to talk about Ireland. Hashtag RFC. The screenshot isn't good. It's a bit very pixelated. What's funny is this actually happened. I'm unfamiliar with the story, please elaborate. Finnish soldier gets separated from the rest of his unit, but he's the only one carrying the emergency amphetamines for the unit. Takes too many and goes on a one-man rampage for like 2 weeks straight, giving the opposing Soviet soldiers nightmares for decades. Oh, and he did it all on skis, I think that says. Did he survive? Yes. During his methed up to the 3-week rampage, he got injured by a landmine, travelled 400 kilometres on skis, I think it says, and only ate pine buds and a Siberian jay that he called, which he ate raw. When he made it back to finish lines, he was taken to the hospital where it found his heart rate was nearly 200 beats per minute and his weight had dropped to 49 kilometers. Sorry, kilograms, 94.7 pounds. His name was Amino called something. If you want to look him up, those were the eyes of a man who has seen God and laughed. Mario got a good one for you, absolute mad lads. Amino that. Good story, but a really short one since there isn't a lot of information. We tried to do it, but the video would be too short. Do it anyway, pussy. Small business owners with street-facing properties in Scotland or Ireland right now. 1,000 Labour voters a day. Biden's thoughts are with the Queen, says White House spokesman. Thank you, Mr. President, for your support. Best wishes for your granny. Thank you. My thoughts and the thoughts of Canadians across the country are with Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II at this time. We're wishing her well and sending our best to the royal family. Thank you for your support, Prime Minister Trudeau, and wishing our grandmother dearest all the best. Please say a prayer for dearest grandmama. Oh no, even serious. Why do you hate your grandmother dog so much? This tweet violated Twitter rules. What a horrific thing to say. Probably praying for Elizabeth's deaths. You know, saying she deserved it or something like that. Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon, and Queen and Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and return to London tomorrow. A very dark day for the whole family. India wants his Koa Nor back. I just want to make clear. I put emphasis on, you know, that it's last I'm going to talk about the Queen in this video. Because I don't count myself as talking when I'm just reading out what Marcus has said. No, I love that restaurant. I love that piece of Eden from Assassin's Creed. What about the pedophile one? Fair enough. Which one? Darker than whatever Prince Andrew did. We don't talk about Uncle Andrew. I don't want to say this next week because I don't want to get arrested. I'm not kidding when I say that. Although I am going to say some stuff that will get me arrested. So, we're getting like a day off school before like a funeral or whatever. And then we're getting another day off school for the coronation. And the coronation is whoever. One of the older people. I'm going to say he's in his 70s. 60s, 70s. No, he's in his 70s. Point is, he's only going to be king a couple of months. And then he'll die, get another day off school, and another day off school for the coronation, whoever hell's next, and they're probably going to only last a couple of months. Just the Queen was very healthy, I guess. That's why she lasted so long. So she got in at an early age, and then she was very healthy. That's why she lasted 79 years? Sorry, not 79, 69 years. Somewhere around 52, 53. But this person is cheered on the Queen's death. I checked your profile and you are not normal. Spiteful mutant doesn't equal normal. Well, all these royal dick suckers out here. That's why everyone hates England. A Scot? I should have known. Disgusting. Well, maybe you could buy a house if you weren't so poor. Not saying that either. We said the same thing in 1947. Oh, for God's sake. Right, it was bad enough saying, yay, this is a good thing, but they're saying, the Queen was actually a racist. Let's see, he? The hell do you mean he? Elizabeth was a woman, dumbass. Who the hell are you talking about? He was the cause of colonization of countries. He was responsible for killing poor people. We, the people of Iran, are extremely happy about the death of the criminal Elizabeth. Elizabeth had nothing to do with what happened in Iran. That's Tony Blair you're thinking of. And yes, I agree. When Tony Blair dies, I will be celebrating. Shut down your own planes and jail women for 20 years for not wearing a scarf. Lol. LMAO, even. Tweet was deleted by tweet offer. Can you give it a few weeks until I get my inheritance? Tweet isn't it's an hour old. It's been deleted already. Peasant can't even afford a profile picture. Emotional damage. I'm just trying to imagine like the next king tweeting out stuff like that. Actually, I want to see if I can see this guy's profile. Aww. The Indians apparently will revenge that thing massacre one day. A warning to Britain from India. Well, I mean, we'll just move to India and then you'll have to bomb yourself. And the streets will flow with crap. Whoa! Dan! That's racist, man. Been a few dark centuries for families. Africa, Asia, Ireland and Scotland, they can deal. The GDP says otherwise. Twitter did you dirty, man. It's a dark day for the colonized and stolen from. Okay, I'm very sorry about that. Anyway, we didn't steal anything. It was just lying there. This is gonna be the best LARP he's done. Screw your family, she's finally gone. The racist colonizer is gone. But those were. I'm gonna get kicked off this platform. Okay, I'm not gonna get kicked off the platform. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, they all hate the Queen, but I'm definitely gonna get arrested for this. Wonderful day for the world. The old hag is finally gone. She's corrupt. Her family's corrupt. They've enslaved and murdered any who have not bowed to the feet. Royal blood. My ass didn't save her from the Reaper, did it? That's only partly true. I didn't bow to the Queen, and I'm still alive. For now. Ex-colonial status and bio. Opinion discarded. Oh no, come on, I don't want this to end. How can Charles be king and head of the church after cheating on his wife and divorcing her? Does that not go against what the church stands for? Yeah, it does. Because because the entire monarchy is a bunch of crap. I would be damned if I was a citizen handing these people my money. Not a chance in hell. Okay, I saw a bit of politics in there, but I know it's all politics. But I thought I saw her say, "Oh, she's white," or something like that. But whatever. That's a playing tricks on me. I'm sure they wouldn't miss your 1.80p a year anyway. I don't care if it was 1 cent. What are you, American? I wouldn't give that family a dime of my money. They're not even government. You're handing your tax money over these people so they can drive $200,000 cars and fly on private planes. They're not even government. Now that is hilarious. Base tweet. Don't like paying taxes? You know where the door is. I'm not paying for those student loans. Now, notice the fact that this man is carrying something on his back. Let's see what he is carrying on his back. Social Security. After Kiwi Farms, experts say the total abolition of anonymity is the next step in fighting online hate. That's great. Sure, just dox everyone. I'd say quite a ride, huh? The beginning of the end. The right claim of censorship being opposed on the internet by a consortium of DC Dems, billionaire-funded disinformation experts, the US security state, and liberal employees of media corporations is dangerously intensifying in ways I believe are not adequately understood. Easily the most important Twitter thread of all time. This person has apologized. I'm not going to read it. Ex-BBC reporter apologizes for racism, proceeds to use term hideously white. A man who live streamed himself from Facebook driving around Memphis, shooting strangers, was caught on camera smiling after being arrested by police. That sounds like the movie Spree to me. I know it's hypocritical considering I'm on social media right now. Technically, I'm on social media twice since I'm on Twitter and going to upload the YouTube, but Spree was a great movie. During an interview with an Indian television station, Donald Trump suggested... Why is Donald Trump called on Indian TV? Like, specifically Indian TV? It's a bit weird. Anyway, Trump suggested that his 2024 presidential announcement was imminent. NPR slammed Biden for a meeting with a group of historians at the White House because all of those experts were white. MSNBC reporter person declared Wednesday that it is deeply dangerous for a news network to cover both sides of any story. Either this person is dumb or they are trying to push an agenda that, all content needs to be left wing. And actually, that does seem like a slippery slope into just the world of Fahrenheit 451. A poll conducted by WPA Intelligence has found that almost 1/4 of Democratic voters believe that some men can become pregnant. What they should do is ask them, do you believe that some biological men can get pregnant? And if they say yes to that, then yeah, they are insane. But I think they're just confused because, it is quite easy to become confused with all that. I just realised I forgot to say something for the school segment. Outside of English, a person went up to me and said, "Dylan, you ready for tomorrow?" I said, "What do you mean? What's happening tomorrow?" Sure, we've got mentoring. What? Yeah, we're doing mentoring out here tomorrow morning. 9, whatever, form class. I wasn't told that. You weren't? No. A student told me that, not a teacher. Anyway, Senator Rand Paul slammed Anthony Fauci for taking the default position of trying to cover up his activities, including potentially encouraging social media companies to censor medical information. Like Fauci censoring the information that the vaccine just not only does it not work, it actually makes things worse. For God's sake. Come on. No. Jesus Christ. This is what anti-racists think about a 96-year-old woman beyond the world over. Imagine what they think of you. Oh, this tweet violated Twitter rules? Whatever your politics or beliefs, one certainty in British life for decades has been the beneficent existence of the Queen. Most of us have never known any other reality. That is why you feel the news in your gut, because she stands for something so much more than herself. This tweet violated the Twitter rules. We traded one ruling class for another, and we chose poorly. Not even a tweet from Biden. Incredible. He paid tribute to Barack Obama earlier, though. Why would happen to Obama? Black cab drivers lining the mall to mourn the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Cabbies pay tribute to the Queen. Are black cabs really expensive? I don't know why y'all acting like the monarchy isn't a pillar of colonization and white supremacy. Like, please be real and get a grip. Well, we did have a possibility. I know it's very slim, but we did have a possibility of a mixed race queen. But she just was like, "Babe, let's get out of here. I don't like this place." Because she's a total dominatrix bitch. Anyway, can you stop making everything about yourselves for 5 minutes? This tweet violated the Twitter rules. Luckily, Defiant Elves reposted it. Seriously, are you not ashamed to type such stupid crap on the internet? Oh, that's not a repost. Whoops. Statement by Trump on passing Queen Elizabeth. Not going to read it. Death of England. Radio 4 busy telling us about how the monarchy is at odds with society, which values equality, diversity, inclusivity, while the monarchy is about white inherited privilege at odds with our multi-faith, multi-ethnic society. Great work from our national broadcaster. The death of England. Mate, England died years ago. If England was only banned now, then John Cleese would be booking a ticket right now. He left years ago. England died years ago. Along with Scotland, Wales, well, Wales never really lived, but, all died. They can't give it a rest with the diversity and white privilege crap for 5 minutes on the day the Queen of England dies. It's a cult, and this is our national broadcaster. OnlyFans profits soared from 61 million in 2020 to 433 million last year. Their 220 million user base, most of them men, spent $4.8 billion on OnlyFans last year alone. Welcome to the simp apocalypse.